does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. There's strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Second down. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Oh, they're after him. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. All right, guys, let's take a minute to think about Nebraska. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. The Cornhuskers are rolling down the field. Right back to the well. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Rushes on him. Touchdown, Nebraska! Quick strike through the air for the score. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Cincinnati's offense has the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
Going for it all. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line.
You know, one of the areas that separate good offensive coordinators from great ones is how efficient their offenses are on 3rd down passing plays. That was the perfect call at the perfect time, and obviously executed well.
On the run, it's Walker. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wants to throw. It's Rayola. Got his man down the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Bonner. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the 1st down on the throw and catch.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes came down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw. His guy does the rest to pick up the 1st.
Now, how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? It was quite a burden for Dylan Raiola a year ago, viewed as the Nebraska football savior. So, Jesse, how should he approach growth and improvement in his sophomore season?
Well, I think you got to continue to grow. There were a lot of eyes on Dylan Raiola last year, and for good reason. He is unbelievably talented, but you saw the swagger that he brings to the offense and that X-factor and demeanor he really brings to the team. They believe in him. They were able to win a lot of close games a season ago. I think it's not about resting on your laurels. It's about taking the next step to try and be better.
Gonna swing it on second down. The short hands, it's Key. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense. Wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional. Put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down and 2nd and 7. Here we go. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got him there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hunter. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
As a head coach, you love to see your quarterback locked in early in games. I mean, in the first drive, leads the offense down to a touchdown, throws a TD pass, and here he is again, making a really good decision and a very accurate throw to pick up that first down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. The play action fake. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. They're up by a touchdown here in the 1st.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. These two teams feeling each other out a bit, down 10-3 as they open this drive. He'll try the left side. Jukes his way for more. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yards.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just feeds the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
There we go! Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And it's on 3rd downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quickly.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
The throw. Grab near the marker is Warrior. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38 and the first down.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on third down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give on the count. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink when you knock it off the crossbar. Those are the ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
The Huskers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. To the air, it's Raiola. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
All right, well, the quarterback showing he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple of completions back to back to back, almost throws a pick.
That's right. It's Hunter. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Cornhuskers have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Key. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. 1st down. 1st down. Just continuing to put 1st downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Lots of time
him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Makes the grab on the left. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. They didn't quite get that route going deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a fourth and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why don't you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Finds his big tight end. And the Huskers get enough to move the chains.
And they must have had a play in practice that they just felt was unstoppable because they essentially just took away an automatic chip shot field goal to go for that fourth down. Because of the execution, it was just too good. They're looking now to score 6.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right now.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. Makes the catch. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the running receiver, running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up.
22 water.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he will score! Touchdown, Husker!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Buffalo may not be leaving town with a blowout victory, but they'll take a dub away from UB Stadium every time. The Bulls have been racking up good wins since the Bob Deming days, and they'll get another one today. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Dropping back, it's Sorsby. Makes the grab along the sideline, but they'll be a little short of the first down.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down inbounds, that's really impressive.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the markers. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. The Bearcats will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Looking for room inside. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and management. I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Catch in the middle, it's Markway. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do that.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Barney. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding. Offense.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Gonna run it. It's Nelson. Gets it past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the back. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
They'll run play action. It's complete on the right side. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with a punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Rayola. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Breaks into the open. Powers through. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going in.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
And the Bearcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Now on the return. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll try the run. They've got enough for the first down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Nice move to keep running. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Got his man. At the 40. There he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. All that speculation all week, and now we know. Something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking downfield on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Bearcats want to move quickly. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the pressure was too much. They get it at the 15.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Here's the pressure. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Boys, you never quite know what to expect there in Cincinnati, and we've had a lively first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the home of Bearcats football since 1902.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half.